Hey guys, welcome back to Rere's Sofa Talk Raw and Involving, a space created for women to speak freely, love deeply, heal honestly, and grow intentionally. Here we're not performing perfection, we're unpacking the truth about love, money, motherhood, heartbreak, and confidence, and becoming the woman that we're meant to be. This is some grown woman shit tonight, so let's get down to it. I want to welcome my guests for being here. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Tonight, we're going to be talking
Hi.
about love. We're going to be talking about finance. We're going to be talking about money. We're going to be talking about relationship. And I just want you guys to keep it real and be raw with it. Whatever comes to mind,
Absolutely.
just say it. Don't hold it back. I do have a starter question for everyone. What is one word that best describes your current situation, current season of life, and why? I'm going to start with Rita.
Of course. So the word that I believe is a good description for me would be intentionality. Um, Being that in my career, being that with my personal relationships, with my family and with my friends. It's kind of that season of where you know things you need to do, but you get caught up in life. So you have to be intentional about calling. You have to be intentional about making sure your reports are done at work. You have to be intentional about showing up for friends in different ways. So I believe I'm in a season of where I have to put in that effort to be more intentional.
Nikon, I'm going to ask you the same question. What is the one word that best describe your current season of life you're in and why?
My current season is the season of peace. I choose
Mm.
peace because I'm just not willing to compromise anymore. Um, I'm what matters. I'm putting myself first. And if that means that it's peace that I choose, then it's peace that I choose. So my season is peace.
I love that. That's the one word that best describes me too at this point in life. And I'm going to ask you, Sasha, the same question.
Well, mine was actually peace. So now I have two words, peace and stability.
Nice.
Um, I would say stability because like I've always put people first before myself. And in this new season, like this new year, I started off putting me first. And I wish that, throughout the months, like it continued to be about me. And I mean, I would still be there for my friends and my family because it's just the type of person that I am, but I promise to put myself first. So stability with relationship, with everything. I come first.
I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
Also, I have another question for you guys. What's one belief about love or life you've currently unlearned? Anyone can answer.
Sorry, can you repeat?
What's one belief about love or life you've currently unlearned?
I think
I would say I would say not giving more than you're receiving. That's what I think because sometimes we tend to like just like go all in on things, life and love, and then in the long run we don't receive the same thing, and that can cause a lot of like disappointment and stuff. So
I love that.
Uh,
What about you, Rita?
I was gonna say I've learned that leaving does not make you weak. I think I kind of grew up with that mindset, whether it's career, whether it's that job that and that boss that's been
Mhm.
annoying you, that if you just leave, you're weak, or that relationship that if you don't push through and you're rather single, that makes you weak. So I think I've learned that just because you've left something that no longer suits you and that is the best option for you, that does not make you weak, regardless of your circumstances.
Mhm.
How about you, Nikon?
I've learned that being strong is not always where it's at anymore. I don't want to be strong anymore.
I love
I've learned to become back a lady, get back to my
Mhm.
femininity um, at whatever cost. I really, like I said, no compromising. This is what I have to offer. So, yeah. No 50-50 for me.
I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
Now, this question is specifically for you, Rita. Does a woman being financially independent change relationship dynamic?
One more time.
Does a woman being financially independent change relationship dynamics?
I don't believe it changes the dynamics, but it depends on how the relationship started. I feel like if you met and you began the relationship already being financially independent, it does not change any form of dynamics. But if you began the relationship, let's say, dependent on your partner, and like as time is going on, you found your own ground, you found your own stability, naturally the dynamics are going to change because he may not have been prepared for what that may look like. So I think it depends on how you begin the relationship, and it only changes the dynamic if you have a partner who is not also malleable to the different seasons of life.
And thank you for that answer. Sasha, should money be discussed early in dating?
I don't think so because people date for different reasons. So, I mean, money is not always a main factor. Sometimes people date for love. So I think like discussing money in the beginning, it can actually make the person view you differently, and then the relationship can just take a turn for the worse because sometime the person might think like, oh, you just want them because of their money or vice versa. So I would say no.
I have a
I
question
agree.
for you, Sasha.
I
Quick question. So, at what point are you
Mhm.
supposed to then bring money in?
um I would say, like, maybe I would probably say like once things are like serious to the point, like
Mm-hmm.
I would say, like,
Same.
if you decide, if you're to the point where you're family planning and, like moving in together, but not like, sometimes you have a relationship and you live by yourself and then the person live by themselves. But if you're, like moving in together and stuff like that, then money comes into play because then I would want to know what bills are you taking care of, what bills am I taking care of and stuff like that. So.
Okay, and so if money comes in at that part where you guys are planning like a future together, what about the tiny like aspects of money, like paying for dates, covering trips, doing things? How does that get worked out if you haven't sat down and discussed this is where I am financially, these are my expectations, this is what I can and cannot do in this relationship?
Is he not a man?
Exactly. And for me,
Right.
like I said, it depends on what you are looking for in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because for me, I'm not the type of girl, if I go out on a date, I'm not paying 50-50 for nothing. I'm old school. Like
Right.
I grew up with my dad and my brothers and
Mm-hmm.
seeing them take care of certain things financially. Not to this culture that we're experience
Mm-hmm.
all these things where women have to come halfway. No, it is a man's job to be a provider in every aspect. It's our job to take care of a home and raise the kids with help, but for me, I would never discuss money at an early stage.
Mm-mm.
So let me ask. I'm going to add to that, to what Rita's saying. Since you wouldn't do it at an early stage, but what if in the early stages you guys are falling fast for each other, even though you're not living together, but you guys are falling? Do you at any point start discussing it then, or you just wait until you guys are living together, married, or whatever the
No.
circumstances
No, well,
may be?
well, that's what I said. Like when it reached to the point where you guys decide to get really serious and start living under one roof, then that's going to come into play. Especially if, for instance, if I have an apartment and he's living somewhere else, and then we decide to rent an apartment or buy a home together, then we would sit down and do the necessary planning, and this discussion will come about money and who's paying for what and stuff like that.
So at any point do you ever feel that it's comfortable where a woman should pull out her wallet? Because for me personally, I don't have a problem paying for dates. Because if my man is always paying, I don't have a problem here and there and be like, I got this, babe. I got us.
There's nothing
At
wrong with
any
that.
point, do you feel is okay?
I
There's
mean,
nothing wrong.
nothing is wrong with that, but I'm saying it's like, leave it up to me to be like, okay, like, sometimes us as women, we plan stuff for men. So like,
Correct.
you want to you want to show appreciation. So
Mhm.
there's times when, you would celebrate them like birthdays and stuff like that. But besides that, you would probably be like, oh, like babe, let's go out on a date, or, book him a facial, or send him
Okay.
money for a haircut or something. But, today I'm talking about men whereby they invite you out on a date and they expect you to pay 50-50, like go half on the bill, or they would invite you out for a date and then you have to pay for your own meal and your own drink. And I'm
Then that's
talking
not a
from
date, technically. That's not a
and
date.
it is a date because I'm speaking from experience. Like I just had one of my girlfriends that told me about that, where she was invited out to a restaurant and she had to pay for her own meal and her own drinks just to have a good conversation and listen to some
And I
music.
hope that was the first
So,
and last date, right?
yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, as long as we're on the same page, because that would the first date I'm not paying. But if we're together, I think a man should supposed to court a woman. I
Of
think that's
course.
how it should go. But once we're together, I don't mind pulling out my wallet. I don't mind going the extra mile. I'm a giver. I love to give. So
I
stuff
am
like
too.
that doesn't bother me. However, in the beginning, a man's job is to court me. I think
Okay.
that's his responsibility. He doesn't have to, but in my book, to date me, you have to. I don't know what you
And
do for other women.
yeah, and another thing too, I don't feel as though us as women should be pressured into taking care of a man, or feeling obligated to do certain things. Everything
Correct.
should come naturally. You understand?
So should it come naturally to a man also?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because a
Absolutely.
man take care of what he loves
Yes.
naturally.
All right.
If he's not doing so, therefore mean he's not into you. That's what I've learned from dating.
Um,
And
hello.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
I don't
Yes, Nika.
agree. I don't agree.
Let me hear
I
your
don't
point of
agree.
view.
You
Okay?
see that last statement? A man takes care of what he loves. A man with money will take care of anything. So let's throw that away. And
Well,
I've
that part.
experienced that.
Yeah, that
I've
part.
But it
experienced
wouldn't
that.
be love there. It would just be him throwing money at you.
But you just said, hey, I'm going off of what you just said. You just said a man will take care of what he loves. That's what you said.
What he loves, not with money. I didn't say anything about money. I said what he loves. So
I'm
whether
still
he
throwing that out.
has a lot of money or a small amount of money, once a man loves you, he's going to take care of you. Because I've dealt with men with money and I've dealt with men without money, and I've got better treatment from men without money compared to a lot of men with money, and I've got great treatment from men with money. So I feel as how about them that man feels for you, how that man feels for you, that's how he's gonna respond to you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now I do have a question specifically for you, Nikon. Since you've been married and you're going through a divorce, which I am sorry this is happening to you. I want to ask you, do you believe in 50-50, or do you believe in masculine feminine roles?
I believe in all of the above. And I
Excellent.
believe in the above because that's the way I grew up, naturally. Mom and dad are still married 40 plus years later. That's all I
Correct.
know is mom and dad. I don't have outside siblings, I don't have those issues. However, growing up, dad took care of home. Mom got a job because she wanted a job. Dad worked two jobs my whole life. And mom didn't have to, but she just did just because. So that's what I've
Hmm.
learned. My father was a provider up until my mom
Hmm.
had to stop him from buying us tampons because that's how much he used to provide. Yeah,
Hmm.
my mom had to have that conversation like, hello, they're old enough. Like, you need to stop. This man used to go to BJ's and get the whole family pack. My sister be like, my guy, you need to, hello, they're old. What's wrong with you? So that's what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, though, I'm living in society now where what the hell is this? Half of these men are so wounded
Hmm.
that we're going through the stress and the drama. You understand? We have to be women and men and then still turn around and get cursed out because now we're too masculine and don't nobody
Mm-hmm.
want to be with a nigga, quote
Yeah.
unquote, my ex-husband. You understand what I'm saying? So just like how it is, yeah, I've been with a man with money and a man without, and that's the same man. Unfortunately. Now, when he had money, let's talk about it. When he had money, okay, he was nice. Ask Nita. He never asked so much as even yelled at me. I never even heard that man voice hit the. Never knew he even had a voice that that loud. Okay. Um, shit hit the fan when the money got funny. You understand? Money got funny. However, I thought as wife, I was supposed to step into my role as to being his support system. Honey, I was still wrong. It didn't matter what I did. He was lost. He was going through what he was going through. Everything I tried to do, even as his wife, was too much for him. I stroked his ego, and I don't know how I did it. By trying to help. So
I'm sorry to butt in. I'm gonna give you that much. You did do your wifely duty, I must
whew,
say.
oh, and more. You know,
I agree because I do feel like if my man is falling, I'm supposed to pick up the
I'm
pieces.
supposed to
I'm
step
supposed to
into
have,
the role to
every
support because
king needs
guess
a
what?
queen.
Exactly. And I'm open to that. There was never an issue with me, just like how we were discussing earlier, us paying for things and all of that, never a problem. You understand? Because that is my
Mhm.
duty as wife. And I knew he would have done it for me when things were great. Things got funny, so I naturally stepped into my role. Didn't matter. That's why I said most of these men nowadays are so wounded. I don't even
Yeah.
think that was my fault. I think that was beyond me, you know? And now we're stuck with all this type of shenanigans that we got to freaking provide for them. We got to raise people's sons
Mm-hmm.
to be
Mm,
right for
say
us.
that again.
And then when
Yep.
they get right, they still leave us for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that no more. Season of peace. You got to come with me. Come to me fully grown. I'm not dealing with it. Come to me fully grown, because guess what? Casper the friendly ghost is me. I be gone. Block. Block. I don't have time. I have 3 daughters. I don't have time. I'm too old. So that's how
I
I feel
do want
about
to
it.
say something. Rita, I did see that you wanted to say something based on what
Oh, I'm
Nikan was
sorry.
saying. What is it you wanted to add?
I believe in the end, I did end up agreeing when I got to the final point. I ended up agreeing. I personally don't believe in supporting men even when they get to that point of where they need help. I was personally taught that the day you start pitying a man is the day your life will fall apart. So I just found that very,
It's
very
true.
interesting. But
It's
I
true
ended
though.
up agreeing. You
Mm-hmm.
had to do what you
Why do
had to
you
do,
believe your
absolutely.
life will fall apart, Rita? Why do you believe
It's
the
it's
day you
it's
start helping him?
they are proverbs that we were taught by our grandmothers in terms of, because a man's natural instinct is to provide, the day you step in to help him, you might think, oh, I'm helping him. At the end of the day, this is the house that we're living in. But he rather will see you as an enemy. You have now emasculated him, and now he's either going
Yep.
to get comfortable with you contributing and everything because you have shown him that you're capable, or he's gonna be so he's gonna struggle to respect you because now you're gonna feel like you're putting food on the table. You're gonna feel like you need a pat on the back. He's not gonna give you the pat on the back because now he feels like you've taken away his masculinity. So it just gets very messy. So my grandmother, my
Mm-hmm.
mother, they've always taught, the day you begin to feel pity for that man, your life will crumble. So find other ways to encourage him, but your money, it stays in your pocket. Oh, don't worry, babe. You're gonna get a job tomorrow. Don't worry,
I
babe.
agree.
It's something's gonna change. But to
I
you,
agree.
for you to go and say, I'm gonna go get another job, I'm gonna go and pool my resources for him, he's not going to see it the way you intend it. You have amazing intentions. I'm gonna step in for my family. He does not see it like that.
Yeah.
He does not see it like that. Save your money,
And I
find
learned
some
it.
1 or 2 words to encourage him, and lie and keep your money. And at the end of the day, you have your money. So God, if the shit hits, if something hits the ceiling, you take your money that you collected and you go. That's Thank you.
I agree. I agree. I agree with that because that's exactly what happened to me. He didn't see it the
Correct.
way I
I agree with
intended.
you, Nika.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whereas I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do as wife
Yeah.
because in real life I'm a wife.
Yeah.
He
Mm-hmm.
definitely didn't see it that way at all. I really, yeah. And you know what's crazy about that? You don't. I don't think I didn't think about it that way. You know what I thought about during my whole ordeal? I thought about my vows.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about my vows, which is for richer or for poorer, till death do we part. Those
yeah.
are the vows I took before God. So automatically the vows, and not only that, also for those of you who don't know, I've been with this person 18. This will be like 18 years now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been a long stretch that I never thought he would ever do these things to me. And he sure did, off of me just trying to help him. But I agree. They will run your ass through the mother effing ground. Them nasty mofos. I'm gay now. Straight gay.
And
They will run you. It don't even matter what you do. It don't matter what you do, how you do it. They don't say thank you. They're upset. They
yeah.
think you're well. As for me, I'm a nigga now. Don't know. Wouldn't no man want me because I'm a nigga? That's what he used to tell me. I guess I'm a nigga then. Guess I'm a nigga. I don't know. So I'm by
And
myself. It don't.
I
That's
love
the
it. I
weirdest
love it.
thing. I don't understand. You can't. You
Don't worry,
damned
she's
if you
not gay,
do,
guys.
damned if
But
you
we love
don't.
gay people. But she's not.
I'm scared of that too. I'm just gonna be alone.
Oh God, Nicole. Sasha, you wanted
I
to add
am.
something before I go on to the next
yeah.
question?
I'm sorry.
Um, and that's the thing sometimes too, like us as women, we take over the role of like becoming their mother, their father, everything they had missing in their lives. And then, like she said, like when they get to a better place, they forget about us. They don't appreciate
Oh
anything,
yes.
you
Oh
know?
yes.
And they don't
Yes.
even we think sometimes that helped to make the relationship better, that would fix like the missing piece of the puzzle, but it really doesn't. They become more disrespectful, more disloyal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everything.
I like that, and I do honestly believe that.
It's true.
I do
It's
Yeah.
true.
have a question for all of you girlies. Is it wrong to want a partner who elevates your lifestyle?
No,
No,
I don't
absolutely
think
not.
so.
Me
No.
either.
What about you, Rita?
Elevates my lifestyle. Like, please elaborate.
No. So now let's say elevate your lifestyle.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, you're accustomed to living a certain way. Is
Mm-hmm.
it wrong for you to only date someone that could accommodate that lifestyle? Or what if you date someone that cannot afford your lifestyle? What do you
Ew,
do?
we don't date beneath us. Whoa. Stop making these ugly mofos think they cute. Stop it. We don't date beneath us. We upgrade. Absolutely not.
Do you
I don't know
know?
about y'all. I need motivation, so I got to date up. Okay?
I
I,
don't I've tried that once and it
yeah.
it don't work out because it's like with like the saying goes, the rich ones you got to deal with infidelity. The broke ones you got to deal with insecurity. And I've
Okay.
tried that once, like dating somebody that was, beneath me, and it put a strain on me because it's like I'm accustomed to a certain lifestyle
Certain lifestyle.
and I'm in a
Oh,
certain caliber, and it's like I wanted that person to dress differently. I wanted that person to walk differently. I wanted them to speak differently. I wanted it sounds crazy,
no,
like
it
I'm
doesn't.
asking for too much, but it's like
No.
it put a strain on me because that person didn't see themselves there. They
Mm-mm.
were
You're right.
accustomed to it's like my grandmother always told me, you could take a pig out the mud, but you can't take the mud out from the pig. And that is so
Tell her.
true because sometimes it's like you're trying to build somebody up to your level and they don't see that for themselves. So I would
It's
never
true.
do that again. And I'm dating. I don't care. I could be living in an
But,
apartment and you have a penthouse, you have a mansion. Like, girl, call me over there. That's where I want to be.
right.
I'm
I
not
agree.
going.
I'm gonna agree with you, Sasha, because we all see I've
I
been there in
agree.
2024,
Girl, I
and
rather I rather
yes,
cry in a Bentley than cry in some little Boogie Baga. I'm
Oh,
not with that shit. Then we break down in the middle of the road and I gotta get out and push. Hell no.
she says she
Not
rather
me.
cry in a Bentley.
Rita,
Rolls
what do
Nobody.
you
Royce for
have to
me.
add to this?
Rolls
What are you
Royce
adding
for
to this,
me.
Rita?
I
Yeah.
think
I'll,
from the beginning
I'll
statement
cry
that
and
you
I'll pull the
made,
umbrella out the door. Umbrella out the door.
Look,
Tears.
I think
I'm not
all
doing
three of you guys, as my friend, should know that question was pertaining to me because y'all, your
it.
friend was there in 2024, and I would
Hmm.
never do it again.
But you know what though? We all live and
I would
learn.
never date beneath me. I
Well,
always want to
good.
date a man doing better than me, and I've learned my lesson, and I've learned it the hard way. And
Lesson
I
learned.
must say, to add to that, because of that one situation,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also interfering with my current situation at this
Mm-hmm.
moment. Because what I am scared to do is trust.
Mm-hmm.
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 And that's the biggest fear that I have in my new situation that's going on. Because from what that person put me through, knowing, and all you guys here, we talked about this before it even went left. I had no business being there. And all you guys told me I had no business being there because of the jealousy and everything that was
He
there.
was jealous. It was
But
weird.
I was so hard-headed, I didn't want to listen, and I felt the hard way. And I think I'm still traumatized, not because of particularly that person, but because of the end situation that happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's playing a big part in what I'm going through now. I have no trust. I literally have no trust whatsoever.
I feel the same way. I do believe that I am now conditioned wrong. When I'm
I
telling
agree.
you, they don't have a fighting chance. If they blink and they eye went left and the other one went right, we're blocked. I can't do it. Like I just why? What's the problem? I can't.
But
It's so,
should we make our past affect our present and future?
I know. I know. I know.
Someone
But how
told me
do we
that this
stop?
morning because you know what? We have to learn to trust again because not all men are dogs. And I'm learning that. Because someone put that in my head this morning, not because of what my past did, is going to affect what's happening now. And I think that person sincerely meant what he said.
Okay.
So for me, I am learning how to trust all over again. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's baby steps. Because we all know my situation wasn't just the easy, okay, we don't talk, it went left, it went left, it went left.
Yeah.
And I am scared of that ever happening to me. And because of that, also, I always thought, like, would I ever find happiness again? Because would I allow myself to trust again? And in order to be in a relationship, you have to have trust. That's the number one, trust and loyalty.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the missing part. That's the
Can I
missing
ask
part of
a
my
question?
Sure.
I feel like every fella in the 21st century is has mental disabilities.
Elaborate
They
on
like
that.
to argue with women. I don't
Oh my God. They're the
don't
new
know.
No, that's little
the
boys.
B word.
Like I don't know
That's
if
little
it's
boys.
narcissism, it's bipolarism, it's if you're not schizo, if you're not Alan 1 minute, freaking Frank the next minute, you don't know who you even talking to. And these are all the things that mess the trust, you know what I'm saying? Because look at me, situation very recent. I thought I had a little friend, know what I mean? I thought we was cool. 2 minutes later, we not. And then it'll come back cool again. And then 2 minutes again later, it's not. And so now I'm just on some, all right, we're good altogether. However, that messes with my trust, the issues that I already have, you know? So, yeah, how can I, like, overcome that?
I think it's baby steps. And you have to have a partner that's willing to go through it with you. And that's a big deal for me. I need a partner that's not going to give up on me. Because for me, I know my flaws. And right off the rip, I'm going to let you know what my issues are. Are you willing to work through this with me? Take that journey with me?
Past.
People say that. but I think you should be able to give a little insight of what you went through.
Mm. Wait,
I think
what?
Rita's gonna disagree with
No,
me.
well, Sasha wanted to say something.
Go ahead, Sasha. Then Rita gonna go. Cause this part is getting juicy. Let me hear this.
What if? What if the person don't give up on you? They're there being supportive, but every two turn around, they're still like arguing. They're still like disturbing your peace. What if?
And what if that person is not? You won't know unless you give it a chance. Not everybody's coming into your life to disrupt your life.
But I'm saying, what if the person is being supportive, but at the same time
But disruptive.
they're being disruptive?
Now you have to
Would
choose
you
what's
still
best for you.
stay because they're being supportive? Because you said
No, because
you
support is not
wanted.
all I need, but I also need peace in that support, and that's why you're supporting me. I need peace.
Okay.
So for me, if you're not bringing me that peace while you're supporting me, then we don't need to be together. Because the one word that best described me as of 2026, because I'm going through hell already in 2026, but I haven't lost it, is peace. And I'm there. And I found it. And I thank God that I did. Because I probably would have had a mental breakdown already. But it's peace.
Yeah, because girl, right
The
now
one word that
I
best described me. Peace.
because right now I need my peace because the arguing, girl, I'm about to shoot like the bomb from China, the nitrogen bomb that the Chinese want to release on Trump. I'm about to
But what
shoot
if
out
I
like
am the
that.
problem, though? What if he's bringing peace, even though I have issues, and he's there to support me with peace, but I'm the one that's bringing all the arguments?
But
Then you
why?
needs to go.
What do you call peace?
What do you mean? What do you call peace? What is
Because
peace
you
to
said
you?
he's bringing the peace, right?
But I'm the one, the issue.
But
He
look, he's
is.
bringing the peace. However, could it just be that it's threading lightly because it knows your business?
No, I think this is naturally him.
Okay. Okay.
I do. I do. I
I don't
really
know.
do.
They just scary to me.
How new?
It is a
How
scary journey, but you have to take that journey in order to know, right? How would you know if you don't get on the road? How?
I mean, but
yeah, you
damn,
gotta.
bro,
I
I
can't
can't
keep
date
thinking
50 of them.
everybody's the
Shit.
same and everybody's out there to hurt me and everybody's there to take from
But what if
me.
it's not
I
that we're
gotta I gotta
thinking it?
believe in
What if it's not?
somebody.
But taking the
Yeah, but what if
journeys
it's not that
was
we're thinking it? That's what I'm saying. The journey is it's
scary.
tumultuous. Okay, it's
So do we keep on
turmoil.
living in fear? We're getting older. Do we keep on living in fear?
I mean,
No,
you gotta
no,
take
we don't
chances
live in
in life,
fear.
but it's still scary because we all know
It's
I
very
agree.
scary.
in the beginning, a lot of people don't like really show themselves, and a lot of men love bomb you and act so perfect in the
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
beginning.
Yes,
So it's like
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
he will be your peace, like the most peace you ever
Mm-hmm.
had in your whole life. You know, that's why I don't care. Like, I always think, like, if something is too perfect, I'd be like, this is too good to be true.
And you know, Sash, that's the way I think.
It's not that you're
But then
being negative,
sometimes,
but
what if, Nikon, you told me this the other day.
Yes, I did.
You deserve it. So now, what if this too good to be true is actually true? Because at some point, when do you say, hey, I deserve it? Rita tells me this all the time. You guys, we say this to each other all the time. You deserve the peaceful love. You deserve the kind love. You deserve the love that's going to fight for you and never going to give up. You deserve it. So now, what if this, whoever is coming into our life, is the person that God say, you know what? I see you've been through hell. I see what you're going through career wise, love wise, family wise, friendship wise. I'm going to send you this person that can heal you in every possible way because this is your person. We're getting older. We're not getting younger. So at some point, you will get your person. Do we keep running because we're in fear or we're scared? I mean, for me, you get hurt, I get back up again, and I'm doing it all over again
I
when it
think I'm
comes to
just
love.
scared. I think I'm just over being hurt. Like, I feel like I'm at the point in
Mhm.
my life I'm too old to be. What am I? Why are you hurting my feelings? What are we doing right now? Like, why are my
Mhm.
feelings hurt right now? I'm too old for that. I'm pushing 40 for crying out loud. Why are you hurting my feelings? This shit is weird. It's very strange to
But do
me.
we take in consideration that we're hurting their feelings too? Because as women, I think we are 10 times harsher when it comes to our
We
words and when
are,
we come
but
to
you know
striking a
what?
man's ego.
But you
But
know
We
what
can
though?
it's
destroy them with
our
our words.
reaction. It's our reaction.
But
Like I
also, think
say,
about it this way, guys. Women are a little more mature. You think we don't know what we're
Oh,
doing?
we're
We
very
know
much
when
more
to be,
mature.
yeah.
But this is the
exactly.
time
We
that we
know
get
when
into
to
our
be
softer
kind.
era.
We know when to be kind. We know when to be soft. We know when to do the things that we need to do. So just like what
Yeah.
Sasha said, it's a reaction. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
Because look at my last situation. Keep bringing that weird ass nigga up. Because what? If you know me, I'm a tough cookie. Nita knows me.
Yes,
I
you
have my
are.
own. I take care of my kids. I'm this, I'm that. I'm working how many jobs? Da, da, da. I have my own. I can do it by myself. Me wanting your company is literally a choice. To
Mm-hmm.
me, you should be privileged to be in my presence. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
However, I know how to behave like a girl and a lady. But then when you get all weird with me, you best believe I'll become that nigga that you know. You dig? I will be in a heartbeat. Like, are you dumb? I
So
match
can
energies in a heartbeat.
2026, can we stop being that nigga that you know?
So
And be
why
the
they
soft
can't act
girl
right though,
that we
Nee?
should be, we are meant to
They don't
be?
act right though.
You know what? I think we're soft for the person that we think is deserving. Because I talked
You
to a
could be right.
guy last year, and the last thing he said to me, we're not meant for each other, because if we were, you would automatically be soft to me. And I think as much
Hmm.
as I was fighting to be with him, he was right.
Mm.
Because when the new person came,
You were
I was
soft.
I was a kid in the candy store.
Kitten.
I was
Kitten.
a baby,
Mm.
You know
like
what?
literally. I wasn't a nigga at all.
Yeah.
I
I
was
know the
soft, sweet,
feeling.
and
I know what
gentle.
you're talking about. Because
And
that was
I
just
thought I
me.
liked this man so much. I gave this man hell. But at the end, he was 1000% correct. And Rita, you could chime in because we all three y'all know who I'm talking about. Sasha, you met him.
Mm-hmm.
Rita, you met him.
Damn
You know.
narcissist.
And for me, I was
Sorry.
thinking more of my heart and not with my heart and my brains.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because for help me God, I couldn't get soft for him no matter what. Because
Well,
deep
how?
down inside, he wasn't
Well,
meant for me. And I
well,
accepted that now.
I don't
Yeah.
well.
believe it's the
I
person that you're
mean,
meant for that you automatically become soft for. It's not a recipe.
yeah.
It's not an equation. It doesn't just, oh, oh, this is the person I'm meant for. Automatically I'm soft. Life does not work that way. It is a decision that you consciously make to be soft. So if someone has
You're
given
right.
you something to be soft, it could be a false illusion or it could be true, but it's a decision that you have
You're
made
right.
in that moment to be soft. It has nothing to do with we are compatible. That does not exist. I
You're
have a
right.
few things that I have to back up a little bit that I've been holding on. So
You're
Go
right.
ahead.
the original question that you asked in terms of is it like okay to like want someone to elevate your lifestyle? There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting someone to elevate your lifestyle, but you have to be prepared that what that elevation you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for, there's secret things that come with that lifestyle that you might not be prepared
Mm-hmm.
to handle. So you have to prepare yourself for that.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, never date down. If someone is not already to your caliber of life, never go down. But when it comes to going up,
Amen.
you have to tread very carefully because
Mm-hmm.
there's some things that they're not saying on how their lifestyle runs and their expectations. So you might say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this is an
Mm-hmm.
elevation. He's doing this, he's doing that," but it's coming with a whole bunch of other things that might still destroy your peace. So
Mm-hmm.
just because someone is elevating your lifestyle doesn't mean your peace automatically elevates too. Second thing I wanted to say, there is nothing wrong with love bombing if you are fully healed. What I mean by this is if someone meets you and they're like, you deserve the world, you're so beautiful, you need to believe that he's absolutely saying the truth. But you need to have enough discernment to be able to not ever go into something full hearted. So if he's coming full hearted and he's saying, you deserve the whole world, let me roll a carpet for you to walk on. Absolutely. Believe that whatever he saw something like he's seeing correctly. You absolutely do deserve that. But you need to tread carefully with how you
Mm-mm.
react to love bombing. I feel like love bombing is it's not a fun game, but keep your heart out of it always. I think that also goes in with trust. I feel like the only time you should be trusting a man is the day that you guys are like, never. That day should never come. Never trust a man. You can love a man to some capacity. You can believe that okay things, but never that the day for you to trust him should never come. So even as he's if even if someone is love bombing you, take it with a grain of salt. Take the benefits that you're reaping from the love bombing, but stay active here. Like never let that guard of trust in. Honestly, men don't deserve people's trust. They don't. So don't ever give it to them. So be conscious, have your fun, enjoy the moment. So don't ask, oh, at what point am I supposed to trust him? Never. Be conscious, pay attention to his actions, and move accordingly. I think that came with the past. I think number 3, the thing with the past. They have when you ask yourself what satisfaction do you actually get from letting men know your past? Nothing. Men, no matter what
Mm-mm.
they tell you, they are liars in their creatures. If they lean you and they reel you into saying something about your past, no matter how emotionally intelligent they are, naturally and subconsciously they are judging you. Not only are they judging you, but if you're not careful, something is going to be used against you 5, 10 years down the line and you won't even realize it. Maybe you're going to tell him about your
Mm-hmm.
past boyfriend. Oh, maybe he cheated on you
That's
twice,
true.
but you still stayed. Now you're fighting with him
That's
and
true.
he's like, at least I'm not cheating on you, at least I'm not putting you through what the other man did. And you don't
Mm.
want to ever don't ever give him a
That's
comparison.
happened to me.
Never. All he
Yep.
should know is you like soft things. If he messes up, you're leaving. He needs to know that you're leaving. Once he has it in you that, oh, this is the kind of woman who likes dysfunction, she's gonna stay no matter. Don't ever give him the limits to know what he can put you through. Just your past is irrelevant. The only time that you should bring up maybe your past is 1 or 2 situations of maybe sexual compatibility, not even in numbers, never ever, but I mean like compatibility in terms of maybe you have a trauma from when you were 16 or something, so you like things slow or you like things to be intentional. But even with that, he has no business knowing the amount of exes, who you fucked, how you fucked them, where you fucked them, anything. Zero. Lie. They don't need to know anything about your past. Now I'm all cut up. Thank you so much. The end.
I love it, Rita. I love it.
She like she was writing it down. Like
But I have something to add to what she said, right?
Go ahead, Zach.
Yes, I understand you should, take everything like when they're love bombing you in the beginning. But let's not forget, women, we're emotional creatures. We're not a switch. We don't know how to turn it off, turn it on. Especially if some of us we love. Like some of us, we kind of got to that stage where we may be able to control our emotions a little better, having gone through so many,
Me con could attest to that.
experiences and stuff in the past. But sometimes you meet that one person and you prep and you plan and you be like, listen, I'm not doing this. My ex did put me through this, that, and I did this and that for him. When I meet anybody else, I'm not doing that. Then you meet that one guy and you just open the door, boom, one time for him, and you start doing everything that you said you would never do for him. And he loved bomb you, and he was so perfect, and this and that. And now you're emotionally attached, and then here comes him throwing everything out there and showing you exactly who he really is. So sometimes it's like, yeah, in the moment you can be enjoying that, but it's like you're wasting your time and also you're getting more emotionally attached because you're
Oh,
actually enjoying and feeding into the things that he's doing for you. You
So
understand?
I
basically, as
absolutely agree
women,
with
we
you.
need to realize when to leave and when to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing
That's
with
basically what it is.
love bombing is that's why I'm saying you can only engage in acts of love bombing when you've gotten to that point where you're strong. When I say where you're strong is where you have that beautiful balance of grip of your emotions. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
naturally it's easy to fall to men. They say what you need to hear at the time that you need to hear it. Of course,
mm-hmm.
sometimes it's going to work. It's like a seed. It's going to grow, and before you know it, it has
Yeah.
grown into something that you're struggling to pull from the root. So, which is why I
Mm-hmm.
don't recommend entertaining love bombing unless you've reached that point where you can
Strong
detach
enough
from
to
your
do that.
emotions. if you reach that
Mhm.
point where you can detach from your emotions, play the game they are playing. If they're saying you are beautiful, tell them I know. If they are saying, oh, you deserve five
Mhm.
cars, go and watch him cash out the five cars. Like, go and physically take
Amen.
everything that he is saying. But you can only do that at that point
Amen.
where you don't
Period.
have that emotional attachment, which I personally don't believe in general. You should be having emotional attachment to men in general because unfortunately, they just don't deserve it. I feel like it takes time for you.
Mhm.
You should men date better in a way of where they go from 0 to 100 of like, oh, they find different things they like about a woman and eventually they get to 100. Where women, we start from 100. Oh, he did this, he's 95. Oh, he pissed me off today, he's 93. And you just keep eventually going down and down and down from 100 until you can't take it anymore. You get too invested that way. You need to date the opposite where he starts from 0. He's just a basic man. He's just a basic man at the end of the day.
Mhm.
What is so special and what separates him from this and the next guy down the street? But it's when he starts doing the things that are okay, that's different. Okay, then you start building your like from 0 to up. So it should take you a while before you can even say you fully like this guy. You can't like him by you need to see his actions, his consistency, his efforts before you get that to that point where you're emotionally attached. That's the only way to protect yourself. That's the only way for you to see that, okay, time has passed. Is he still the same person he was when I met him? Or is his true character coming out now? But when you have gotten to
Mhm.
that point where you can date from 0 to 100, you will love a love bomber because as he's matching, you are matching. And but you it takes time to be able to do something like that. But
Exactly. And that comes from healing, you know.
yes,
That's why
a hundred
it's
percent
not good to that's why it's not good to replace a relationship with, you know, a breakup or anything like that. You need that space, you need that
Agreed.
time to heal.
I agree. I agree. I love that. I do have a question for all three of you ladies. Do you think we're dating to be chosen or dating to choose?
I'm dating to choose.
How about you, Sash?
Um, I don't know. I'm guilty with that part because I think like I've dated to be chosen.
There's something
I
wrong with
don't think
that.
I'm guilty of that part. And maybe you guys are right. But for me, I am Whitney Khan. I had a person once told me it's a competition out here.
Mhm.
So I have to fight for the spot in his life.
Mhm.
And I chose not to fight
Mhm.
Period.
This is a
My
very
choice.
because I'm not
unpopular
going to let any.
opinion. I think in order for a relationship to be successful, you actually need both. But you need to hide
Mhm.
yours. You need both
Yeah.
because if a man does not choose you, you will suffer. If he does not choose you, you are never going to be the one he wants to do things for. And you will know. For example,
Mhm.
men, it's naturally in their instincts to do
Yep.
certain things, but you'll find yourself asking for the basic things because he did not choose you and you will know when a man has chosen you. So it's not that you're dating to be chosen, but you want to be his chosen. You want to be the one that he's like, there's something, you want to be his chosen. And at the same time, if you are also not dating to choose, you're gonna we don't even want to go it's horrible. So you need to make sure you are dating to choose the one that is going to choose you. Date to choose the one that is going to choose you. But in my little background, I wouldn't let him know too much that I have chosen him. But you should know fully that you have chosen him. He has chosen you, but you can hide yours a little bit just so that you have a little upper advantage. But it needs you need a little bit of both. You won't be successful without a little bit of both. You will suffer.
I could agree with that. I could agree
Yeah.
with that
Mhm.
for sure. I agree with the hiding our part.
Yes,
Yeah.
hide
I love
yours,
that.
but make sure that he has chosen you.
Yeah,
But hide
he
yours.
knows.
Yes.
Right. I
Mhm.
could agree with that.
What is your biggest relationship fear, Nikon?
ah, ah, something that's breathing. What do you mean? Is it alive? Like, can it hurt me? Then yeah, I'm afraid of it. Like, week. I don't even, yo, we don't have enough time for that one. What is my biggest relationship fear? Yo, you know what? I got
Something
it.
that
I
breaks.
know it. I know it. I know it. Okay. My biggest relationship fear is this. Exactly what she just said. Not being the one he chose. That's my
To not be
fear.
chosen. Okay.
Not being the chosen. Because
What
these
about you, Rita?
nasty ass men will be with you, not choose you, and just fuck with your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they will fuck with it for years too, knowing the whole time you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the choice.
Yep.
That's
Mm-hmm.
wild. Wasting our time. They're gonna waste our time. You think they care? They're wasting our time though. The whole time we crying and fighting and we trying to be that one. Baby, that's my answer right there, not being the chosen one. There it is.
What about
That's
you,
my
Rita?
biggest fear. Yeah. That's my thank you, Reed. That's my biggest fear.
What is your
Um,
biggest relationship fear?
I don't think I have any, if I'm being honest. I don't have any.
Okay. Okay.
She's just going there with guns blazing. I like her. Mm-mm.
What about
Trying to
you,
kill
Sach?
somebody. Kill somebody.
My biggest relationship fear is wasting my time. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
at this age, like I'm looking for a family, I'm looking for a lot of things. Like people say my clock is ticking and I don't have time to waste. And that's my biggest fear because you know, Renita, like I wasted 3 years with this, so I don't have no more time to
Yes,
waste.
cuz
I really don't.
I'm gonna answer that question. My biggest relationship fear at this moment is being hurt again. I
Hmm.
don't think I have the mental capacity to
Mm-hmm.
take another hurt. And I think because of that fear, I am sabotaging everything that comes my way.
Mm-hmm.
It
Because I am scared.
happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
easy. That's easy to
Hmm.
do.
Even though I want to be in my soft girl era, I want to be loved.
You
I
self
want
sabotage.
to. I am self sabotaging it, and I know that.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of great men out there. I don't think all men are fucked up. I
Sure.
don't.
I beg to differ.
However, the one that I've chosen in the past was pretty fucked up. So my biggest relationship fear is being heartbroken again.
Okay.
Because that's a hard space to come back from.
It is.
Yeah.
You can lose your job and find another job. You can argue with your friends. But when you love that person or your man or your girl and that person deeply hurts you,
Sure.
that's one of the hardest comeback to come back from.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is the root of all evil? Money and love.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's being hurt again. And I have to work on that because I don't want that to be my biggest fear. I want that to be my least fear
Hmm.
because I know I deserve better. I know we all deserve better,
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
sure do.
and we deserve that soft love. We deserve that man that would not put us through hell and back.
Yep.
Yes.
However, I am learning that I deserve it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And this question is for you, Rita. What is something you're healing from but don't talk much about?
I think I reached the point where I have fully healed from all things relationship wise. So I don't believe I have anything that would prevent me from getting into another relationship or prevent me from being present in the next one. I think I have worked through relationship wise, not in other aspects, but I've worked through anything that would prevent me from being in one.
Okay.
Maybe the touch thing. I lied. Maybe the touch thing. Maybe I haven't fully
Do
healed
you want to
from.
elaborate? Because for the two girlies here, they don't know what you're talking about. I do, but Yeah.
I struggle with physical intimacy, like hugs and everything from like romantic interest. And each time I think I've made progress because I love this person in my head, like I can hug them, I can be all over them. But when it comes like physical, like when it's like physically and they're physically in my presence, I can't. So maybe that
Hmm.
one.
Okay.
Mm.
And that's something that I am helping you through. So we're
Yes,
2026 going to be a good year for you.
I
Can I
believe
ask
it.
a
I believe
question?
it. Of course.
Sure.
Rita, you said that you could think about it, but when they're physically in your presence, you just can't.
Yes.
Correct.
I'm
Yes.
the same way.
Oh, really?
You are,
But you
Nikon?
know what? You know what? I'm the same way with my ex-husband.
Oh.
Nikon, you hate that man. There's a difference.
It's weird. No, I hate him now. But even when I wasn't hating him, it was the same. Like I could think it up. I could think. Oh my God! When I see him, I'm gonna jump on him and give him the greatest hug and a kiss. But the minute he gets into my
That's how I
hair,
am.
I just can't. I can't.
What
I
was your
physically
solution? What was
free. The solution was to leave him alone. Just get a new
Out
one.
out
I'm
my
not.
space.
Yeah, and I feel like when it's like that, it is not the person for you. Like that's how I
Yes.
feel because I could be like that.
I
I'm like
knew
that
that
with
was the
certain
solution. I
people.
was just waiting for her to say it.
No, I
I
could,
thought she was just going to say divorce and just be nice and just use the D word.
yo, man, look,
I think
I
I
might
Nikon.
remarry and then divorce. That's how bad it is. Like that's how bad. Like, but I am like
But you
that with
know what the
certain people.
beautiful thing about this, Nikon? We talked about it. And even though you had a very crazy first marriage, you
I
still
sure
believe in
did.
marriage because you said you'll
Hell
do it
yeah,
again.
I'm gonna marry my husband. Absolutely, I'm gonna get me a good man. I ain't worried about it because I'm a good wife.
I love
period?
that.
I'm a good wife. I'm a good woman, and that's
I love
on God. So he must have tried. He thought, oh no, baby. I always tell him I'm gonna invite him to my wedding.
Sasha, you wanted
The
to add to what Nikon was
I wanted
saying?
to ask Ria,
the real
right?
one.
Is it because sometimes us as women, we might be at a stage in our life where we're vulnerable and then we meet somebody and we think, oh, I really like this person, but we just like the comfort of them. We don't actually like them. So is that an issue why you would think about the person and you would feel like hugging them and all these things, but when they're in your presence, like you don't actually
It's like
feel that way?
yeah.
I don't think that's the case because I think most in the most recent situation, there's someone that I have been like I went to Ghana a couple weeks ago, and there's someone
Mhm.
that I believe I'm fully after this person, but in my mind, like before I even got to Ghana, it's going down that but then when I got there, I was just like, yeah, you're here, but like stay right there kind of thing. Like I
Mhm.
couldn't cross those bridges, and it's not really the person. I've kind of just always been like that my whole life, and I always thought that it was going to be the person. So maybe you didn't like this person enough, maybe you didn't like this person enough, but now I've realized it's not the person. It's just
It's
it's
you.
just me. It's just me. But I think
Since we brought up that topic, Rita, don't lie to the audience. Tell them what really happened. You fell asleep.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
You fell asleep doing.
You fell
Wow.
asleep.
No, but I
You fell
fell asleep
asleep.
because I felt safe. I felt comforted. I felt relaxed. So naturally I slept. So I think that feeling is still there. It doesn't leave my brain to like my brain and my body don't communicate. I feel like low like 20% of it is just the way I grew up. I grew up with a mom who was just like
Not affectionate.
forget you even not only not affectionate, but she always told us about how she never had like feelings and like desires. And so I just always grew up like, desires, what are those? And so as I got older, I never got, I don't know, I felt like I was different. Like I never got those desires of like, oh, I needed to like, I never got them. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'm still working
I
on that.
I I mean, I never experienced that personally because I'm 35 years old, and my parents still like treat me like I'm their little baby. Like my mom,
Oh,
she's like both of my parents, like they're so affectionate, like they will hug me, kiss me,
oh,
like up under me. But I can relate and understand like where you're coming from because I have a close friend of mine who experienced that. Like her mom her mom never show her love or express it. She was actually like the black sheep of the family. So when she got her
mm.
kids, like she didn't know how to love,
That's,
like show
yeah.
them love and affection, so I had to be the one to actually like do that for my friend. She's not all the way there, but it's like, she's a little bit more affectionate and
Progress,
open.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But at what point, Sash, do we break that narrative? Because I can relate to my friend. You know my mom more than I know my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two children. You grew up with my mom.
Yeah.
I didn't. I grew up with my dad and in the US. At what point do we break that barrier? That, hey, not because I went through it, that means I'm going to put my kids through it. At what point?
Exactly.
I
Good
mean,
question.
it, it,
We
it,
can't
it-
keep making
it's
excuses because
it's a
we're
lot.
grown now.
Yeah, it's a lot of self-work, but sometimes even though it sounds simple, it can be really hard for a person to actually, you know, like change something that is instilled in them because it makes you uncomfortable. You understand? It's
Agree.
So when do we make the uncomfortable comfortable?
Well,
At what
I can't
point?
really put a time on it because everybody's different. Some people can actually get past that and break that barrier and some cannot. So
And I
it
do
depends on the
believe,
person and the self-work that they're willing to put in to overcome that.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the person.
I agree. I
And
agree. I
another
mean,
another thing too, like having a partner or maybe like a friend who can actually help you break that cycle would be good because you're getting support
Agreed.
and you're getting re I think having a partner is like you're getting retrained. Like how they say you have to train men. It's like with certain things they actually train us too. So you got to be, open to accepting it. So it's a personal development kind of thing, and you have to be willing to accept it. If you
I
don't, then
agree.
you would never change. So,
I agree. I love that answer. I agree. This question is for each one of you. What do you need to forgive yourself for?
hmm.
Anyone can answer first.
I need to forgive myself for allowing the wrong people in. And when I say that, I mean allowing the wrong people in, thinking that, how do I put that? You know the saying when they say a wolf in sheep's clothing?
Hmm.
Correct.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
allowed the wrong people in thinking they had good intentions when it really wasn't. It
Hmm.
was for their personal gain. And because I had been through so much, I had very foggy vision. So now I've created all these soul ties for what? So I need to forgive myself for that.
What about you, Rita?
I think I need to forgive myself for not choosing myself in a lot of situations. There were so many things that I was supposed to say no to, and I didn't, and I would leave and I would lose a piece of myself, and now I'm here trying to figure out what do I even like. There was just I regret not choosing myself and not saying no more often, especially if I knew it was going to compromise me.
How about you, Sash?
I always say I need to forgive myself for the choices I've made in life. Because as much as I've experienced some really bad situations and things, it helped to grow me into the person that I am today. So I would say choices.
And I'm going to answer that question for myself. For me, it'll be boundaries, not having enough boundaries. Because if I did, a lot of things wouldn't have transpired in my life. So, the new Renita, I have boundaries. I'm setting my boundaries, and I'm not compromising on my boundaries
Hmm.
anymore. because it's all about me now. It used
Amen.
to be about everybody else and the person that I love. Because when I love hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
get that blurry vision when I love. I don't see nothing else but what I think I need to see. And not setting boundaries can put you in a lot of fucked up
Yep.
situations. Not having boundaries can put you in a lot of fucked up situations.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody comes in our life for a lot of reasons. And I was taught I need boundaries. Someone taught me that. And having boundary is my goal for this year and for the remainder of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
Amen.
minute you cross this, what is a friend, a relationship, I don't give a damn, a family member, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not compromising on it anymore.
Amen.
And I do have one last question. What advice would you give your younger self, all you guys, about love, about relationship, about family? What advice would you give your younger self?
I would probably say I would the advice I would give my younger self is to always prioritize myself in every aspect, relationship, friendship, relation I mean with friendship, everything.
What about you, Nick?
Just like what you said, the advice I would have given. Well, no, no, it was what Rita said. Um, saying no, prioritizing myself. Um, I would have told my younger self to maybe not have kids at 19. Let's finish college.
Mhm.
You know, live a little before I grew up. I would have told myself to calm down and relax. That's what I would have told myself.
What about you, Rita?
I think I would have told myself that being chosen is not always a good thing and it's not always a good sign. Being chosen by others, and that's just reflecting on some of like the younger, like being engaged at 18 and always training my mind to uh I don't think being chosen is not always a good thing. Sometimes it's a sign, it's a cry for help. Why are you being chosen? I would tell myself that, and
Mhm.
then back to just saying no.
Mm-hmm. No is such a good word.
Mhm.
Agreed.
It is. And it's a relief. Say no sometimes. Like, just no. I
No.
use it.
Yeah.
I start practicing on my kids now. That's the
I
first
need to
no.
practice that more. No.
Like just no. It
And
doesn't
no
matter what
with no
question it is. Just no.
reason. Exactly. Just no. There's no, just
Yeah.
no.
But why? Because no.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just and my daughter likes to ask, "Why, mom?" No, I'm not
No.
explaining the no. Just no.
No.
And
Yeah.
for me, what I will tell my younger self is okay to not be that independent. It's okay. I think you guys know my situation. I think I had to grow up at such an early age.
Mhm.
I lost the feminine side of me
Mm-hmm.
because I always had to go get the bag. I always had to go
Mm-hmm.
do this. It
You
was
had to
never a
hustle.
we. It was never a
Mm-hmm.
family. It was never us thing. It was always me. I always had to hustle. I gave myself the life I wanted. I had
Mm-hmm.
to, I. And it's okay to be dependent sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
And I think I forgot that.
I be begging,
And I
so
want
I
to give
understand.
that.
I beg now. I ain't got. I'm a beg. I don't. That's because Nita.
See,
I
I
feel like
can't
I
ask.
can't ask
I
I.
can't.
either. Like it's
I
hard.
can't.
It's so hard for me. I mean,
I'm not
thank
gonna lie. The asking is pretty. It's not. It ain't always been a thing. I learned to ask
yeah.
because this is what they want, right? We're too
Mhm.
strong. So if I'm
But
gonna
I'm scared of the word
dumb it down a
no.
bit, huh?
I'm scared of hearing the word no. And for
Then
me,
I'm Casper the
I
Friendly
feel like
Ghost.
For me, I'm scared of them thinking like I need them.
Girl.
That part
Like
too,
I'm
because I
just
can be
like
going
I
through
can't do
hell
without
and I'm still
them.
not
Like I
acting.
don't I
Oh
hate
no.
that.
But that's, you see, this is where Reek got me. You got to lie. That's not their business.
Mhm.
That's not their business.
Yeah.
What I got going on in my pocket, in my bank account, is not them men business. I
Business.
need my hair done. You want to see me, my
I feel like
hair,
your man should offer you these things.
but you know
Mhm.
this time they don't. You know they stupid now. They
They
built different.
different. They different now.
They're different. It's different.
And I think
They're different.
I think some of the women are to be blamed for this because they train
Yes,
Yes,
them
of
that
I
course.
way.
agree with Sasha.
They train
Yes.
them
Yeah.
that way.
Well, I gotta
There's
train them
so
back.
many women that's
Mm-mm.
so masculine nowadays. They're wearing the pants, and I don't mean when it comes to the attitude wise. I also mean when it comes to financial wise. You know, be
Mhm.
financial responsible. They're taking care of the household. They're taking care of the kids. They're literally doing everything while their man is at home playing video games.
Mhm.
I can't do that.
Tripping.
Yeah.
I
That
can't do
I'm
that.
not willing to put up with.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I can't see you not doing shit. That shit is weird. Okay?
Mhm.
You know, there's some
Um,
women that spending the bag on these niggas
but I
out
don't
here,
got
and
time
these
for
niggas
that.
ain't doing shit in return.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not spending. I'm not
behind
dropping a
me.
bag if you're not dropping a bag.
But
You know,
that's
I'm not
different
saying it's
though.
tick for tack. I'm doing it only because you're doing it. But I'm not doing it for no lazy nigga. I'm not doing it for
That's
no
just
bum.
weird.
I'm just
Yeah, we're
not.
not doing that.
I'm
We're
not
not
doing
doing
it
that.
just to say I have a man. Like I'm not doing that.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
You just
Exactly.
That's
You know, I
crazy.
some
agree with
women
that.
just do
Like for
that to be
me,
like, oh, I have a man. It's like they would accept cheating too because they be like, oh,
Mm-mm.
at the end of the day, he still got to come back to me. Like I'm not doing
Oh
that. I'm
no.
sorry, honey.
Yeah.
well, at this age, that's something I'm not compromising myself for. I think we're too grown. When you get to a certain age, cheating shouldn't be involved.
Hmm.
It's either you know what you want.
Yeah.
You can be single and do what you want to do, but if you're in an exclusive relationship, I think that's when
Right.
that's for the birds.
Hmm.
Right.
I'm too grown to be
For
out
that.
here worrying about what my man is doing.
Doing. No, you're right.
I
Yeah.
have
I
better
agree
things
with
to be
that.
doing.
Hmm.
That's
I
a
agree
full
with that.
time job, sitting there studying with your
Yeah.
man every move.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And if I
I
have to
agree.
keep worrying about that, we don't need to be together because I do feel do single shit.
Yeah.
Don't get in a relationship and do single shit.
Hmm.
That's my pet peeve. That's one of my
I,
biggest pet peeves when it comes
I've
to these
never.
niggas out.
I know.
When you get to a certain age, I think the bullshit is for the birds or just be single. Period.
Yeah.
I
Well,
am dating
honestly,
with intentions.
exactly.
And my intention is to be somebody's wife. My intention is to be married. For me, I never wanted no more children because I have a boy and a girl. But we have to
With the
compromise
right
sometimes.
man. Exactly.
With the right
With the right.
man, I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it out of wedlock now. I'm gonna do it the right way. I have a great kids. My kids' father are amazing. But this time around, the next person, if I ever decide I want to have a child with, I'm gonna be like, that's my husband.
Right.
We're gonna do this shit so different because the thought process that I have going forward for the remainder of my life it's different from what I had in 2025. It's different from what I had in 2024 because every day we elevate
Hmm.
and we
Mm-hmm.
grow. And for me, I think I have grown so much tremendously within the past year and a half.
Hmm.
My mindset have changed. I look at relationship differently. I look at life differently. I look at friendship differently. I look at family differently. I look at the way I'm a parent differently. And I
Hmm.
bring so much, I came different to the table in 2026 than I think I have before.
Yeah.
And I love the way how I'm evolving. I love the circle of friendship that I have around me because sometimes when I'm down, I have those friends that's going to pick me up. I have those people that got my back. And for me, it's like I'm just living my life
Hmm.
now. It's all about having fun, being at peace, and just loving on the people that love me. I'm done loving the people that don't love me.
Exactly.
I'm
I
done
feel that.
choosing people that don't choose me.
Hmm.
I am done pouring into people that's not pouring into me. I am done giving to people that's not giving to me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that looks like, I am just done. If you're for me, you're going to be for me.
Hmm.
We're going to be for each other. What is a friendship? What is my relationship? I don't know what's going to happen next, but I do know where I'm heading. And I do know what I want.
Yep.
And I'm not compromising what I need and want anymore. Because compromising got me in a lot of fucked up situations. A lot. So it's all about me now.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you fit in or you don't, it's just all about me. So I'm gonna ask you, lady, to leave one. Just give me one thing about love that you want the world to know. One quote, one statement. Like, where are you right now in this present moment?
Mm.
A word of thought for the night. Leave with a word of thought for the night. What is about love, relationship, whatever it is.
Okay. God, I thought I had one. I think I have one, but I just don't know how to put it in words. Because it's something that I always used to say to my ex, which was that you never fully get to know somebody because we're constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all that about but I thought I knew you. We never get to know one another fully because we are constantly and everlastingly evolving. Take it one day at a time. That's what I would
What
say.
about you,
Take it
Rita?
one day at a time.
Huh. Give me like 5 more seconds. You can go to Sasha. I'll go last.
What about you, Sash?
Um, I was thinking about like relationships. I would say um wait until you're actually ready to be in a relationship, because sometimes we might feel like we're ready to love and be loved, but we haven't put in enough work, so just wait until, not because you might meet somebody and they check, some of the boxes for you or whatever, and you feel like, okay, maybe I can try to make this work, but then you're like foot in, 1 foot out. I wouldn't advise anybody to like just go into the relationship if you're not like fully ready to fully be in a committed relationship and actually put in the work. Or if you don't see that person as somebody who's potential that you want to be with, or you see them having a family, or being your husband or living with or anything, just be patient. God's doing his work, and just make sure you're ready.
I love that. What about you, Rita?
I think put yourself in a situation where at all times you are ready to leave anything that no longer suits you. So don't be too emotionally attached to anything, whether it's your job that's pissing you off, whether it's your relationship, but you need to set yourself up both financially and emotionally to where you are prepared to always leave. You don't just wake up and leave, but you have to be prepared in all aspects to leave. But be
Mm-hmm.
prepared to leave anything that no longer suits you, because the longer you stay in something that's not right for you, the longer you deter what is. So be prepared to leave at all times.
Thank you, ladies, for your thoughts. I want to say thank you all for sitting at this table tonight. I hope something you've heard
Yeah.
tonight stayed with you, challenge you, comfort you, or help you see yourself more clearly. Be gentle with yourself this week, this year, this month, and forever. Choose what chooses you, and remember, growth is not loud, it's consistent. Until next time, thank you guys for joining
Bye.
me.
Nice meeting you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.